Now, of course, once again, I'm thinking to myself, how can I speed this up? How can I make this go a little bit faster? I've done an okay job of getting the trim back, painted back in, but, getting underneath the toy truck and around the wheels and stuff is going to be kind of a pain. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to show you kind of a quick trick here. And what's cool about this is we start to combine some of the different techniques and some of the different tools that we've learned up until this point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip over to my polygonal lasso tool over in the toolbox. I'm going to grab that guy. And what I'm going to do essentially is create a selection here, a straight-edged selection, obviously with this. And of course, right across the bottom of the truck there and then around the tire treads. And once again, it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. You want to do a decent job, but, just while I'm doing this, I will say this, that you always have to think about where am I going to use this object? Where is it going to wind up? If it's going to wind up as, a thumbnail graphic on a website, then you don't really want to spend, hours and hours getting, a perfect layer mask. But, if it's going to wind up on a billboard, then you might want to spend a couple of days on it. So it really all depends on sort of the final end result of, the destination of this image. I'm not going to go all the way around the tire. I'm going to leave it there, and I'm going to cut across the bottom, something like this. And then just very quickly, I'm going to cut up into the rear wheel, something like this, just to speed this along a little bit here. So yeah, always think about, where am I going to use this image? What's the purpose of this image? Is it really going to be under, heavy scrutiny, or is it, again, just going to be a tiny little graphic on a website somewhere? Okay, something like that looks decent. And then all I want to do is I want to take my selection and fill this guy with the appropriate color. Now I went and turned off my layers. So I'm going to hit the F7 key on my keyboard. And of course, what I want to do is I want to hide this area. Now, does white hide or does black hide? White reveals, black conceals. So what I'm going to do is, myself anyway, black is my background color. So I'm going to hold down Command or Control and hit the Delete key on my keyboard to fill that area with black and then deselect. And then essentially what I would do is continue working around my image. Now I'm not too happy with my tire treads there. They look a little gaudy, but you get the idea anyway. And I could essentially do the same thing, underneath the sort of the rear of the truck down in here. I could essentially do the same idea. Cut across here, again with the polygonal lasso tool, or really any of your selection tools. You might want to try a different tool here to see if you can get sort of a better result. All right, I'm just going to keep this short and sweet here for you, this little piece here, there, and then just fill them with black. Command Delete or Control Delete there on the Windows side. Zoom out, have a look at them. There, that's not looking too bad. So as you can see, I still have a ways to go, but there's a couple of neat techniques, a couple of neat tricks for you.